But this lesson is about the present simple. I'm going to show you how to form a present simple and when to use a present simple. But before we get started, it's good to know that when I say first person singular, I mean I. When I say second person singular, I mean you. And when I say third person singular, I mean he, she, and it. When I say first person plural, I mean we. When I say second person plural, I mean you. And when I say third person plural, I mean they. Now let's get started. Take a look at these sentences. I walk to school every day. They play football on Sunday. Both these sentences are in the present simple tense. How to form a present simple. For the first and second person singular forms, we simply use the infinitive form of the verb. For example, I swim in the river. You read the newspaper. For all plural forms, we do the same. We use the infinitive form of the verb. We walk to school. You ride your bikes. They study English. For the third person singular form, he, she, and it, we do something else. We use the infinitive form of the verb, but we add an S. For example, he walks home. She plays hockey. It rains on St. Swithin's Day. We need to pay extra attention when verbs end in an S sound, such as kiss and catch. We use the infinitive form of the verb, but we add ES. He misses his wife. She teaches English. Also for verbs ending in a Y, preceded by a consonant, such as spy, fly, envy, worry, and the consonants being an L, a V, an R, the Y becomes IE. He spies on his neighbours. She envies her cousin. It worries me a lot. Now let's take a look at present simple in questions. For the first and second person singular form, we need the auxiliary verb to do and the infinitive form of the verb. Do I need a ticket? Do you speak English? The same goes for all plural forms. Do we make the beds ourselves? Do you ride your bicycles? Do they work on the farm? For the third person singular form, we also use the auxiliary verb to do, but we conjugate it to does and the infinitive form of the verb. Does he ride his bike often? Does she cut your hair? Does it work on batteries? Now let's take a look at present simple in negations. For the first and second person singular form, we again use the auxiliary verb do, but we add not to it, so it becomes don't and the infinitive form of the verb. I don't need a ticket. You don't speak English. For all plural forms, we do the same. We don't walk to school. You don't ride your bicycles. They don't listen to the radio. For the third person singular form, again we use does and we add not to it, so it becomes doesn't and the infinitive form of the verb. He doesn't clean the house. She doesn't cut her hair. It doesn't work on batteries. Now let's take a look at when we use the present simple. First, we use the present simple for things that happen always, such as every day and constantly, regularly, such as often and frequently, sometimes, such as occasionally and rarely, and never. For example, I play football every Saturday. He regularly visits his aunts. We rarely go shopping in London. They never work late on Friday. We also use the present simple for facts. The sun rises in the east and plants need water. Finally, we use the present simple for schedules. The bus leaves at 6 o'clock. The train departs from platform 2. The flight arrives at gate 3. I thank you for your attention.